If you have a model that is single-sided and has no thickness to it, but you're looking to gain thickness, to add some thickness to it, there's a few ways that we can go about doing it, and I thought we could take a look at a couple different ways so that we have some options to work with. So what I'm going to do is this is in layer 1, I'm going to copy and paste it to layer 2. And I'm going to work with one method, which would be to flip the geometry with F for flip, copy it so we store it on the clipboard, flip it back to to where it's facing out again, come over to multiply, smooth shift, and shift it out. Okay, so we're starting to get some kind of thickness, but it's still hollow. But if I Control V, paste the original geometry that I had flipped and copied back in, hit M for merge, I've got thickness. Okay, it's all one seamless. If I select this and select connected, it's all seamless, and we've just gained thickness to our geometry. Okay, so that's one way of going about doing it. That's using an extend tool to extend the geometry, but it doesn't add extra geometry, as far as it doesn't keep the original geometry in place. Okay, so what it does is, this is the original geometry, this is the edge that was created, but we wouldn't have gotten this, so that's why we copied it to the clipboard. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and copy from layer 1 into layer 2, and this is another way of gaining thickness. What I'm going to do is go to the extrude tool, which is Shift E or multiply extrude, and I'm just going to extrude this geometry away from itself. Select these polys. I'm going to center it back so it's sitting right on top, and if I size it down, I've got thickness. Okay, so even though the geometry wasn't flat, it was single-sided and there were open edges, so the extrude tool would allow us to give it thickness. Okay, now I sized that down and that seemed to work pretty good, but you can't always use the size tool using the extrude method, so I thought we could take one more look. I'm going to create a shape. I'm going to subdivide it and extend out kind of a T shape, because this could cause problems. Okay, so I've got this T shape, and actually I'll extend this as well. Okay, and I'm going to delete these polys right here and these polys up top. Okay, and I want to give thickness to this, so I'm going to extrude it out, select this geometry, move it back in place. Now if I were to use the size tool to size it down, see how down here it's cutting through? I don't get the thickness that I want. So all I need to do is come over to Modify, Translate, More, Point Normal Move, and I can size it in this way. Okay, and now I'm getting some evenly spaced thickness around there, so I was able to add some thickness to this shape where sizing wouldn't work, but point normal move would work for that. So that's just a quick look at a couple options for giving thickness to geometry. We can use the method where we copy and paste to the clipboard, do a smooth shift or a multi-shift, either one, and then paste back, merge, and we're good to go. Or we can take the flat geometry and extrude it and work that way as well. So that's just a couple ways of adding thickness to your geometry.